So I had around 30 socks at the end of last episode, so I decided to turn them on to Patrick, and I did them all at once without collecting them. And they've combined to create the golden whisk. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, that actually looks a lot like a whisk now. Very cool. But you pick them all up at once, which is actually, I'm genuinely surprised that the developers thought of that. And I'm not complaining. I think that's a great little time save function. Anyway, that leaves us with 56 spatulas, which is more than enough to unlock the second. The third section of Bikini Bottom, because we need 40 and we have 56. If you do basic maths, you'll know that that's more than 4. So we're gonna go over here and fight, you may have guessed, another boss.
Wow, that robot looks like Patrick, and his breath seems just as bad.
This day just doesn't seem to be getting any better.
Spongebob, hurry! Squidward's in more trouble than a chili relleno in a pan of grease. We have to help!
You're right, Sandy. But if that robot really is like Patrick, he'll eat us for dessert. What should we do?
Well, we better figure something out, and pronto!
Maybe that button on his back is a self-destruct. I'll try to hit it.
Good idea, Spongebob, but it's time to stop yapping and get to it.
Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride.
You have no idea, Mr. Fish Narrator.
Go and around you go.
So this is Robo Patrick. Actually the best boss fight in this entire game, in my opinion. Genuinely, this, as a kid, this was actually a really hard boss fight. Nowadays I can do it pretty okay. But there are still some parts that are pretty tricky. So, he has a few attacks, one of which is he just spits one accurate shot at you. Another, if you get too close to him, is he, kind of like a shotgun, he, like, slams his thing and a bunch of shots come at you real close. So don't get too close to him. And his third attack is he spins around the circle and, like, shoots all those projectiles everywhere. And once, if you dodge that without getting hit, then he leaves himself vulnerable and you hit him in the back. Pretty simple, but things get a little bit more complicated after the first phase. Also, we're in the industrial park, which is, again, this is a part that showed up in like a minute of one of the episodes, and they turned it into a boss arena, which is wonderful.
That does it! You pushed this squirrel too far! Get ready for a hot fudge twister, Texas style.
What is Sandy going to do to get SpongeBob unfrozen?
I don't know, but his attacks don't really change. At least not yet. That's what these Texas swingers are for, by the way. Fun fact. Oh boy.
And the robot is down.
Alright, so like, things don't seem very different at all yet. Until he does this. Uh-huh. Oh, no. I've made a mistake. Mistakes have been made. For that attack, he like throws up a bunch of spit at you. And you have to be on the swingers in order to dodge that. I think, at least. I seem to be doing alright without it, but whatever. Alright. By the way, this, the tractor in this level actually really kicks ass. I love it. I can't hit that. If I try to hit that, I'm gonna drown in the goop. I'm gonna have to wait. I genuinely can't hit him from there. Oh well. Oh, he's doing a spin attack again. That's not too bad. Oh no. We'll be fine. Maybe.
Oh, and the robot is down.
That's not any easier game. Okay.
Now the robot's
Okay, we're
taking
gonna
a beating out there.
get out of there fast because he's gonna raise the
One more
goop again.
douse with that stuff, and SpongeBob will be back in the ring.
Yep. Oh boy. Start swinging. Oh boy. Yep. All right. Effectively dodge that.
Great barrier reef.
Great barrier reef indeed. Oh. I think I almost got hit. I'll be honest. It's not too hard of an attack to dodge, but you do have to be a little bit careful. All right. This part I don't have to be careful though. I'm just gonna hit him. Okay, we're good.
Woo-hoo! That's hotter than a June bug in July!
It's time to roll out some robot punishment.
That does
Heck yes.
SpongeBob
Oh boy.
is back
Be
in
careful
the
of that
fight.
though. You can get frozen again. And he follows it up with that attack. Which means if you get frozen, there's no way to get out in time to dodge it. So it's basically just 1 damage. Okay. By the way, I think this attack gets harder if you like as the fight goes on. Oh but I hope it's gonna make it. Strike. Yes indeed, boy. You should move. I think you'll be able to dodge it pretty consistently, so don't worry about it. Oh boy, yep, this part genuinely gets kind of hard. If you, yeah, if you... Actually, it's hard because you don't have any room to move. Oh boy, that's in a tricky spot. Okay, do this. Yeah, nice.
7-10 split by Spongebob.
Nice 7-10 split indeed. Oh, I just realized if you get frozen on a conveyor belt, that's gonna be bad news. Yeah, that would not be fun.
And around you go.
Indeed. Alright. Just show your back this part. I was not expecting that to work, I'm gonna be honest, but we got him.
Thanks for saving me, guys. I never thought I'd say this, SpongeBob, but I owe you big time.
Thanks, Sandy. We'd still be popsicles if it wasn't for her.
Aw, shucks. You fellers are gonna make me blush.
I think I have fudge in my pants.
Comedy gold, I tell you.
I'm sorry, Plankton. The Chum Bucket lab is locked up tight. I don't know if I'll ever get enough golden spatulas to get in.
Yes, it's the Chum Bucket security system. I designed it myself. It makes me so proud. It was meant to keep out the hateful throngs of the unwashed. Unfortunately, I never figured I'd be on this side of it.
So what are you gonna do, Plankton?
We, of course meaning you, are gonna have to go out there and get those golden spatulas! Or I'll never get back into the Chum Bucket and regain control of my robots.
What was that?
Oh, I said, will I ever get back into the Chum Bucket to stain all my pots? Yes.
Yes.
Something's fishy here.
Indeed, SpongeBob. In fact, if we actually talk to him again...
Keep looking for golden spatulas, SpongeBob! I'm sure that my robots out there have some!
Hey, you called them your robots.
No,
And I saw a plaque on the butt of one of the robots that said, "Property of Plankton."
Well, maybe, but
And I found this order form for robot parts with your signature on it.
Can I have that back? I need it for my tax write-off.
I think you've been pulling my leg this whole time.
Well, duh!
Plankton is just a member of the audience at this point.
I'll bet you made all these robots. And after I get inside the Chum Bucket and figure out how to stop them, I'm gonna tell everyone.
Fine, tell everyone. Be a big tattletale. I'm still smarter than all of you!
So that was pretty cool. You get a little bit of unique dialogue when you talk to him like a second time. It actually shows SpongeBob finds out. And spoiler alert, he forgets, because in the final boss he's discovering Plankton's the bad guy all over again. Anyway, this is the final section of Bikini Bottom. We have the Chum Bucket, and we have the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs has once again moved, but this time he has something more to say.
What's wrong, Mr. Krabs? You don't look so good.
You gotta help me, boy. The Krusty Krab's been overrun by a bunch of them hoodlum robots of yours. They've booted me out! And worse, they've got hold of me beautiful shiny objects!
Defiling the Krusty Krab? Is there no end to their evil? What are we
We,
Oh,
meaning
sorry.
you, are going to clear the robots out, get me back me restaurant, and most importantly, rescue me money!
I do want to point out, I think it's intentional that both Mr. Krabs and Plankton say we, meaning you, when they ask SpongeBob to do something. That's a really interesting little parallel between them that I really enjoy. Anyway, so the Krusty Krab is pretty much the equivalent of Sandy's Tree Dome from earlier. There's a bunch of robots in there, and we've got to destroy them all. But before we do that, we've actually learned our final bubble
I
move.
bet the next move you teach me will be the best one ever.
Abso-positively, SpongeBob!
Super pinky shake on it?
I would if I had pinkies.
Here, I'll blow you some.
Don't take that text block out of context.
Yeah, maybe later. Now, pay attention, SpongeBob. This bubble's a doozy.
Paying my entire salary in attention.
Oh my goodness, we are doomed.
When you're not moving, press this button, and you'll blow a bubble that you can steer as it flies through the air.
Wow!
Aim carefully, though. You've only got a few seconds of flight time before the bubble pops.
I'm a bubble blowing machine.
This is the final ability, the cruise bubble. Basically, you blow a bubble that is a cruise missile that you can then control once you throw it. Which is such a weird ability, and it is about as overpowered as you think it is. You can use it to hit buttons that are out of reach, pick up a Spongebob that you didn't want to. You can use it to hit tikis, and okay, I don't know, I'm not sure what happened there, but you can hit tikis, trust me. There we go.
Opening presents.
And of course you can use this to hit robots. If you're having trouble with the museum section in Rock Bottom, I highly recommend waiting for waiting to get this so then you can deal with Monsoon really easily. By the way, hitting these buttons spawns a trampoline in which you can actually jump on top of the glove of the chum bucket, and this is actually the highest point of all Bikini Bottom, which is very cool. And foreshadowing, ooh, that's a movie theater. Besides that though, there's a golden spatula up here. Yeehaw. While we're up here, there's also the last piece of golden underwear on the Krusty Krab sign. Let's see if I can make that. Yeah.
Wow! 6 pairs of underwear. I am one unbeatable sponge.
This is
I feel like a
very
new
true.
sponge.
Alright. Despite what Plankton said, you can actually enter the chum bucket.
They serve food here, yes, but they...
Flash! Authorities have confirmed that the robots running amok through Bikini Bottom are indeed coming from the chum bucket. Yes, right where you're standing. Plankton, owner of the chum bucket, and best known for the creation of robots whose sole purpose is to cause mayhem and destruction, has denied any involvement.
This game, some of the cutscenes in this game really held up over time.
And then stomp on your children! And stomp on your children's children! This has been a Bikini Bottom news flash.
Oh, I love the dialogue in this game so much. Anyway, yeah, you can go in the chum bucket. This is where you go to end the game once you have 75 spatulas. That's how many you need to fight the final boss and beat the game. You do not need all 100. But while you're here, though, you can open a bunch of Undertikis if you really want to. And if you go up here, and the camera doesn't wig out on you, it's easier said than done, apparently. Okay, there we go. This is actually a part where you can wall jump on, strangely enough. And yeah, golden spatula up there. So yeah, it's worth coming here before you can actually beat the game, because you can get a golden spatula from it. And yes, I don't know why this is here, but it does hurt you. Okay, that's probably enough stalling. Let's go finally face the Krusty Krab's dumpster. No, I am not kidding. You hit this and the sock comes
Boy,
up.
Patrick will be glad to have this back.
Very cool. Okay, fine, let's actually go deal with the Krusty Krab. Are you ready, kids? Because trust me, the moment you press yes, you will be swarmed. Oh, and that lady's... Well, some people are distressed. Some people are just saying, oh, nope, now she's upset. Okay, fine, let's do this thing. Oh boy, also new robots. These guys, I don't remember what they're called, but they fire a laser. But it only hurts you when their laser is red. If I'm being honest, it's a very weird robot. Oh, no. Okay, be fast.
Time for
During this part. This part's actually can be a little tricky. Gotta, ow, jump up here. Sneak over to this guy. Kill him, good. Apparently that guy's gonna see you, though. Owie. Okay.
I feel like a new sponge.
Alright, got him, good. Those guys are the most annoying ones. Hey, don't hit me, please. Alright, well, hopefully that guy just blows up. Alright, okay. Here, frick you. That works. Jump here, or not. Whatever you want, do Spongebob. Owie! Okay, where is the... Okay, this should give me enough time to use the cruise bubble. I want to just get rid of that thing. Ow! Okay, I got 2 spatulas left, that's fine. That's enough. He died, apparently. Very cool. That should hit you. Nice. I think, Oh, the freaking Duplicatron exploding killed the Chuck robot. Very cool. Hey, that's everything. Hey, we did it! Okay. That part's genuinely not the easiest thing in the world. But, I think we pulled through alright. How many health do I have? 2. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty glad I got that piece of golden underwear. That was useful. Anyway, there's actually a sock in here if you destroy every single tiki and just, in general, all the breakable objects. So, give me a second to do all of that. Hey, that's it. That was the last one. I think, by the way, yes, you do need to, I don't know exactly when I did this, but you need to hit the cash register, and I think also maybe the condiment island in order to count as everything. Basically, in order to get the stock, you do also need to destroy those, so remember that when you do this.
Another find for Patrick.
And that, I believe, is everything in here. And on mine. This game is officially terrifying. The last minor thing I want to point out here is, over here, boats! The Reef, this is a movie theater.
May I help you?
You need 40,000 shiny objects to enter the theater. 40, I have 5,000. You need 40,000. And that's not... You need shiny objects for other things in this game, like buying stuff from Mr. Krabs, which is already really expensive, and this is 40,000. Spoiler alert, it's not worth it. You go in there and it does a slideshow of like random, in fact, you know what, hold on, I can show you. It's just the achievement art for just things like this. Like this is, it shows you a slideshow of pictures like this from the game. It's not even slightly worth it. Although life is as extreme as you want to make it. So I do like that achievement name. So yeah, don't bother saving this up. Don't even bother looking it up. It's not worth it. This is, I can't believe they didn't fix this in the remake. This is like actually one of the only things I'm genuinely mad about in this remake. The freaking reef is even more pointless. Because in the original game, it was like concept art, which still isn't great, but it's better than whatever they give you in this. Okay, with that rant out of the way, let's introduce you to our 3 final levels of the game. This is actually one of the levels. We'll get back to that later. We have the Kelp Forest, again, a location that showed up for 1 episode, and they made that to an actual level. I love that. Secondly, over here is the, not quite the last level, but it basically is, Dutchman's Graveyard. End game stuff, obviously. And this, if you go here, is the free level. Because you may notice a pattern. In each section, there's always one level that you can go to for free. This is the free one, even though technically this should be the last one you go to. I guess next time we are going to be going to the Kelp Forest, because I think that's the intended way. I think the intended order is Kelp Forest, Dutchman's Graveyard, Dreams, even though Dreams is free. For some, I don't really get it either. Yeah. I just realized I should do Dreams last for a very specific reason. Okay, on my cat just like messed with the microphone. Okay, well, that's a universal sign to stop what you're doing and go help your pets out. Like, stop watching the video. The video's over. Go. Pet your pet.